Hitman has killed people all over the world, but now he's gonna kill his greatest foe yet. Suburban live, boing, and then like there's just like I don't know, a candle to a flame, and oh there's the record scratch and the slide whistle. Slide whistle just constantly plays over and over until it deafens the entire audience, and then we get Hitman in Suburban Hitman. There we go.
Suburban Hitman. Suburban Hitman.
It is unclear when Janus stepped down as the
And that's the entire theme song.
He has been a resident of a quiet community.
Yeah, and I do the vocals, of course. So it's, you know, the classic vocals where you don't even realize you're in a song and they're just like, cut, that's perfect, that's the one.
We're gonna just grab it right off of this episode, and I mean grab it right off of the episode itself with the game volume, you know, still intact.
By the way, I love how they just have like that Soviet like logo with the sword in it, and then it, you know, zooms out and it's like instruments of torture.
Correct.
Like, this is
you know, those classic instruments of torture, the sickle.
yeah. Like it's an actual sickle and hammer that is used to torture this guy to tell us that torture won't work on him because he's immune to it.
It's true. You can torture him with as many sickles and hammers as you want, and he will not tell you anything.
Because he's that deep into the party lore. But he's also Two-Faced. That's how he that's actually how he got his name, which I assume is a code name, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it. It's got to be a code name, like Janus, he's a spy, it's Two-Faced, like, yeah.
I mean, that's got to be what it means, because otherwise I have absolutely no idea what exactly the name means, unless he actually does have two faces, but that doesn't tend... You know, maybe in Suburban Hitman, he'll take off his head eventually and we'll realize that he actually does in fact have two faces the entire time. But
yeah,
I feel like that's going to be something like the season finale. You know, that's where we start to introduce the more supernatural elements, because of course ratings are kind of lagging after Hitman has killed all of the other people in the neighborhood.
Oh, I see. So you're seeing this as like a sitcom, like it's just a supernatural sitcom.
No,
like, oh.
It's incredibly serious. When I did that slide whistle, that was a dramatic slide whistle.
It's a prestige show that takes place like it takes place in the suburbs, and it features a hitman who only knows how to kill, and eventually he eliminates
his greatest strength and his greatest tragedy.
It's ironic because he's already killed everyone else, and now he has to go into the city and start killing people there. That's when
he's
really
alone
jumps.
In this barren world.
It jumps the shark when they go to the city. It's like, because I was watching this for the suburbs. That's why I was watching Suburban Hitman. I don't know about anyone else, but I only really want like their depiction of this.
Checking the ratings, yeah, nobody else is watching Suburban Hitman.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I thought it really deserved a second season. I know he killed everyone, but I mean, they just find a new suburb to live in with new characters that he can kill.
Well, I mean, there is always the spin-off, The Americans.
Oh yeah, that also features spycraft and suburbs in the 80s.
Something about like Russian spies, right?
Oh yeah. There's all sorts of Russian.
So I made the good reference.
Yeah, it's a great reference.
Thank you. I always need to have my references, you know, kind of fact checked, just in case they're good or not.
Oh, I see. So they're establishing that Janus is also like, oh, he supervised. He originally met Subject 47, so he's like a formative figure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. It has been quite a long time since I recorded these episodes because, I think that appeared in the last cutscene.
Okay, yeah.
It's not gonna be that long for the viewers at home. The loyal viewership of Suburban Hitman.
Yeah, I suppose. And then this like assassination of the vice president. I'm assuming that's like, you know, that's something that happened in the series. Like,
you know, I could not tell. I mean, we already established in the last episode too that it's like I have no idea what happened in the original Hitman games. Clearly, so probably.
Mm-hmm. I see. And I think what they're leading towards in this is it possible that they're like trying to they're trying to get you to have Nolan kill the guy because he's just so pissed off at this guy.
That is something. I mean, you know, that was actually something in the last episode that I never even mentioned. It is possible to get Rangan and the other person to like they were already going to get each other assassinated. So I think it is possible that you can just kind of give them a little push to do that. And it might be also possible here as well. But of course, you know,
it's like you just
story missions. I can't do that.
You just walk through the streets dramatically, like as dressed as a clown, like Verbal Kint at the end of Usual Suspects. If Verbal Kint was a clown, and just walk through the streets, and you just don't do anything. You don't affect any of the events, and then they just eliminate each other without your intervention, and you just walk away from the scene and just be like another perfect assassination.
Yeah, it's like one of those classic, Mario Maker auto levels where it also plays like, I don't know, Dancing Mad from Final Fantasy VI at the same time too.
Oh yeah. And the level is...
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
I can
Look, that was a big popular thing, especially in ROM hacks, but then, history repeated itself when Mario Maker kind of came out. Because, of course, ROM hacks were a very small thing. It's like people really got into the idea of making an automatic level, a level that just plays itself, giving it a lot of sort of neat visual... Why does he have a plastic suit?
Oh,
it's like I know I'm playing this on fairly low settings and everything, but I don't think it should be that shiny.
Well, because it's kind of like a martial arts kind of thing. It's like you try to hit somebody who's wearing a plastic suit, it just bounces off or it just slides off. They're able to dodge you and then elbow you in the back, and you're the winner. And you just clean off that plastic suit, and you're just flawless victory. Kind of a classic assassination technique.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't even be able to see the bloodstains, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like it never even happened.
That makes a lot of sense. It doesn't, but I'm going to say that anyway. Hey, Weed. Hey, everybody. It's the funny plant.
Oh, yeah. Episode 420, I believe this is, of the series.
Episode 420. Also, there's a skull here for some reason. That one I'm not quite so sure about. But hey, here's some cannabis joints. We might need that, right?
Do you know how many videos you've uploaded to your channel, by the way?
Roughly around like 1,500, I believe, at this point.
What? That is so much. I was like, so.
Well, a tenth of those are Persona.
Oh yeah, I was just like,
never forget that.
Like, oh yeah, no, I mean, I was like, oh, are we at the episode 420? It's like, no.
Oh, no. I think I can even go see if I just go look at my phone right now. Because I think if I'm looking at my channel, it actually does say, 1.5K videos.
Wow, it doesn't even round it. So yeah,
1.5K videos. Oh yeah, fun fact, when you pick up that frog, that actually it has a description that apparently it's the only North American frog that is poisonous. It just happens to be right here.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Now, in the context of this game, could you use that frog to scare the bodyguard into killing the the prospect of the poisonous frog, like show it to him and be like, oh,
you're making me kind of regret the fact that I didn't try harder to do that. Anyway, in classic Hitman style, I just kind of walk around this boat until I'm able to place this marijuana joint here. Now I can get this guy arrested and then move into the house here instead, and that's how Suburban Hitman starts.
Is that actually what your plan is? Is that why this
No,
is
that is not what the plan is.
I was going to say...
I don't know any other way to use that marijuana joint, and I wanted to show off the big marijuana growing operation going on there.
Like, you mentioned this is like a 45-minute episode. I'm like, well, okay, maybe there's this elaborate plot where, okay, you get him arrested, and then you move in while he's in this, like, jail in the meantime.
One thing I did actually miss is the entire thing where you can pose as a realtor and like do an entire house tour. And I'm told that is also a really good part of the game that I didn't do. So it's unfortunate, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's chuffing down that fat dart over there, and I guess he's so enthralled by the kind herb that he does not even notice that I'm here, and then he passes out.
Just because was it a poison joint you put it in?
No.
He's just
Bro, that wasn't even like a poisonous joint. That was just a regular joint.
He just smoked the cigarette that he found, and it turned out to be the jazz cigarette. And
yeah, he just took the anyway, and then I took care of that.
And he's just gone mad contemplating notes that he's not hearing.
That's shut up.
I thought that was a pretty good bit.
That phrase is so stupid, and everybody keeps repeating. Every single time, I swear to God, something about the notes. When did that become? This is, you have just like tapped into some sort of unfounded rage that I didn't even know I had.
Oh, emetic rat poison. That's one of the only poisonous things in North America.
One of the only poisons possible to get. One of the only naturally growing poisons in North America.
I like that so many.
It's about the poison you don't breathe in, right?
So much of the poison in this game just makes you throw up. Like it's like that's all it.
Well, or just outright kills you. I mean, that is literally the two types of poison that you have.
Yeah, because it's like otherwise you have to get a bunch of animations for how different ways that people could die, and it's like no.
I think it's a very macabre sort of game that you're proposing, where it's like there is fully simulated different types of poison showing the exact effects.
You say that like we're not
to eventually dying.
You say that like we're not playing Hitman.
Still, that is not.
Oh no,
much...
that macabre thing.
Okay, yeah, it's like let's be honest here. We are
ways.
currently like hitmanning in Suburbia, where I just gave a guy a joint and he passed out because this Hitman cannot exist in a real world with other people.
Yeah.
It's the way these houses are set up and everything like that, and just it's like the way that every single house has so much stuff. Like, what's going on in this house? I don't know, but it's all closed off and everything. There's like a party going on in one. One just has like marijuana growing. It's like if Hitman just entered a normal house, he would just explode.
Yeah, and have we mentioned the Psychonauts, the Milkman conspiracy?
Not yet. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's yeah. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about like suburbania levels. It's like I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Not even all that much less wacky than that in some ways.
Yeah, because it's such an absurd like universe where you're using like the keyboard to kill people, or you're using like this is a security camera, right?
Using a marijuana joint that you find to knock out people. Again, I did not do anything to that. That was just a marijuana joint.
Did they? So they're aware of the existence of 47. Like, is that what I'm getting? Like,
Hitman was part of the secret, the secret society's attempts to create the perfect Hitman.
I see. So Janice is out there in the world, like enjoying his retirement, acutely aware that you exist, and there's.
Well, he thought they all died.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I assume that if I actually confronted, I don't know if, there's only one of the assassination targets that I'm actually familiar with as far as like being able to confront them, and that was musician guy. It was that bit that I could have done where it's just like you lure him up to his room and then you're just like sitting in a chair with a gun ready, and I think you can talk to him and everything like that too.
Oh, okay, and you just have like the incriminating video or whatever.
I of course electrified him with a microphone,
which I think was a much better.
And yet we never were able to. God, just so many missed opportunities, like dropping a toilet on that one guy back in the gilded cage.
Is that possible? It must.
No, it wasn't. I remember I sat there for a while trying to figure out a point in time that I would have been able to. But no, I think you can just drop it on people that are not the target, which of course, ruins the trolley problem, the toilet. In the next episode, shooting somebody with a cannon. Look forward to the next episode, true fans.
It's also extremely absurd to be just like, you know,
sneaking around somebody's backyard.
Sneaking around into the suburbs, yeah. It's kind of a Breaking Bad kind of vibe, where like the early seasons, where he just has to get into his house to find the money or something.
Which, I mean, we have established that they have definitely seen Breaking Bad on for this game.
Yes, Breaking Bad is canonically within the universe of Hitman.
Here's the security hub for the suburbs. There's so many things like that. There's like that. There's like this sequence that I remember doing when I first started playing this level, where I just, sat down like a muffin and watched a person eat it, and it's the most awkward, ridiculous thing because nobody can just eat something in this universe.
Yeah.
This house, and I can't remember if I actually show it or not, has a fire alarm in it. This house.
That's so weird. By the way, is this
that's Suburbia and Hitman, baby. It is like you compared it to Psychonauts. I feel like that's about right.
Yeah. By the way, is that a turntable that you're just crouching by?
Probably.
Okay.
Man, I just realized, like, recorded May 10th. Jeez, this is August.
Yeah. Well, we're chasing a gust.
No, that was the last episode.
I mean, we're still chasing a gust. We're trying to get this. All right.
Now we just got to go through, like 3 hours every single. There he is.
Okay.
3 hours of doing shtick about Looper every single time.
Yeah, of course.
We start up one of these episodes. We got to do our vocal exercises where we argue with each other about stupid things.
Yeah, I mean, we actually started this call by just like, growling at each other in, like subharmonic.
Oh, not a joke.
Yeah, I don't know what
like actual thing that happened.
Yeah. So that happened.
It did though.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where
not even an exaggeration. This is not like, it's a bit like, they didn't do it. No, we really did just do that.
Yeah, yesterday when we were recording the other one,
we said it's like, hey, let's just do the entire episode with those voices. And then I said no. Then I played Binding of Isaac for an hour. Anyway, so all right. Well, anyway, that takes care of the finding clues. And much like the second episode of the series where I assassinated Senator DNA-specific virus, there is, secondary type of stuff to do. But thankfully, there's way more clues than are actually, necessary for stuff. In fact, I kind of go out of my way to get some of the extra ones just to, really round out the lore. Right?
Are you going to poison his famous or his favorite book, like his whatever, the Communist Manifesto? He sits down every day.
Yeah, I write the USSR sucks, SUX in there, and it poisons his mind with the idea that it's not the he's just going anywhere.
I don't know. I mean, like the ink on the Communist Manifesto, you printed one with poison ink. And you built up an immunity so you can touch it, but as soon as he touches it, it's donezo. He'll be dead within minutes.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sort of.
That's what you're doing? That's your plan?
No, but it's not also dissimilar to what you're describing here.
You're like, it is like he sits down in his study and he taps, a record player, and it actually goes way too fast and slices him to death.
yeah. I'm gonna Final Destination him. Yes.
You didn't interrupt.
Yeah.
You didn't interrupt that fast enough. Where I'm just describing these stupid plots. Like,
well, I wanted to let you. Anyway, so yeah, we get the hot pink gun in here, and also the great robe.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't just wear this around in Suburbia. Somehow, for some reason, people actually acknowledge that this is a weird thing that I'm wearing.
Is that like a religious kind of thing, or like
No, it's it's Providence specific robe.
Okay.
Don't worry, if depending on how long it takes us to do the next episode, you'll be seeing a lot more of this.
Okay. Kind of looks like the merchant from Resident Evil 4.
Doesn't he just have like isn't he like just completely obscured by robes though?
Yeah, I think. Well, he's also got a hood, but like it's that kind of robe. But yeah, like evening, stranger. Looking to buy some fine goods. I don't even remember if that's correct. I haven't played that game in so long.
Yeah. He sounded exactly like that. Ah, do you want to take a look at my fine wares, stranger? That's actually close to the Duke in Resident Evil 8, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, anyway, point is that it's just like hot pink gun, not going to be able to use, unfortunately. It would be very much in line with the channel colors and everything, but no, not really possible. And then there's this area, which is, it's like a house that is, there's nothing in it.
Why aren't you going into
It's
that
entirely
room?
cleaned out. It's on the, this is apparently where you do the realtor stuff. And I got this here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's apparently some sort of sequence of like, you gotta ring the doorbell 5 times or something that I was told that you gotta do, but I could not figure it out.
Well, you know, spies all do the shake and a haircut knock. So if you can do that, then you pretty much, you got the ins.
But you can also shoot that to explode it too, which unfortunately, unlike every other door in the game, does not open it up and will very likely end up killing you. Yeah, see, why am I trespassing here? I'm just, just coming over to the house party.
You can't trespass if it's an open house. That's the rules.
That is the rules. Them's the rules.
By the way, is this why you like this? Is this somebody's house that you've got to assassinate? And it's just like, this is why you've got to do it, because it's an open house and they're moving away.
Yeah, that's right. I have to assassinate them once again so that I can become the Suburban Hitman.
Oh, of course, yeah.
No, they got a microfiche reader up here.
Oh, okay.
And game? Video game. Okay.
Oh, that's where the 9mm film. Yeah, of course.
Video game.
Oh.
Video game, what are you doing?
I don't know. What are you pressing?
I'm just like, I'm trying to get the camera to actually look at the computer there.
Well, I kind of get...
It's like, okay, so anyway, now then... No, it really doesn't want to.
Have you ever seen microfilm?
Okay, whatever. Look, we already got all the clues. It doesn't matter.
I feel like, is this like a reference to microfilm being hard to use or something? Is that what they're doing?
No, I'm fairly certain that even in one of my like test runs that I was doing, that I was able to actually see it, but it just refused to do it there.
Oh, okay. That's...
I don't know. I just now here's the thing. For whatever reason with this episode, I just decided that I was going to show off a bunch of like weird things. Like let's go get all of the clues rather than just the 3 that are absolutely required, and check out like that weird vault in the basement and stuff like that. That's why this episode's kind of like longer than normal. I don't know why I decided to do this. I just did.
Just vibes, yeah.
Whoop. Anyway, yeah, you don't like the I'm not a big fan of the bathrobes, guys.
It is an impressive level. Like, it really just feels like you're actually in the suburbs, and there's all sorts of little cultivated gardens, little like touches. Like, this is how people's houses look. Like, yeah, these feel like realistic.
But at the same time, it's still got that Hitman weirdness, because Hitman is a game that is about the stupid murder playgrounds.
Like, you can pick.
It can't.
Yeah.
He can't exist in the real world, and even if they try to make it in the real world, it's still just like things just turn into murder playgrounds around him.
Yeah, it's like you just like look around and you see like some garden pliers, and it's like you can pick it up, and it's just like, oh, that's interesting. That
the hot pink gun and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna carry it with me. Maybe I'll be able to add it to the. Oh yeah, for whatever reason, something about the leaves also fascinated me, much like low poly food, where apparently if you look at them, they don't actually disappear; they just like shrink out of existence.
By the way, just for the people out there who are life experience tip, if somebody has a pink gun that they're pointing at you, it's best not to tease them about the color.
I mean, it's certainly not very good for being a hitman, though. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's the channel colors, you understand.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, they're kind of red and pink, yeah. Black, red, and pink.
Pink and white.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How are you on this channel and you don't know that?
I mean, I always kind of think of the pink being out like in a black background, like, and red. I don't know.
Sorry, do not mother.
Red, white, black, pink.
Anyway, so that's this house.
Okay. Pretty nondescript. Just.
It's just got one door, and that door leads directly into the basement and nowhere else.
It's suspiciously tidy. Feels like this is a fake house that somebody decorated to make it look like a real place.
Well, of course, the other real thing here is...
It should say pull...
That's right, it's the book I'm going to poison. No, it's a secret.
Pull real book. Like, grab real book.
Pull super real book and then poison it with the frog that I got earlier.
I like that they've conveyed that this is a fake feeling house, like a fake seeming house that they don't expect to actually live in. But it's also like, it's got to have some plausible deniability in case you just open it up. It's like, this is pretty... this is a pretty...
And the painting slides right out of the way, as you do. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What did you get out of this, like, just going into this?
I got a new disguise.
Okay.
Like I said, I was just showing off a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know why I decided to do that. I just did.
That's fine. I was just curious, like, yeah.
Pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then there's these guys talking about the pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, as you do.
As you do.
As you do, yeah.
Not even the first time that I've done this exact thing. It was actually also in Hokkaido.
So,
it's like I pretty much did this exact thing.
Are you going to assassinate him by having him pick up smoking and slowly kill him?
Yes, exactly.
Is that the...
like the Surgeon General warning was not... They weren't kidding about that. Smoking kills.
Yeah. This... Are you...
Yeah, so pretty much what's going to happen is there's going to be a pretty big time jump, a cut that I need to do where, after 5 years of smoking at least 3 packs a day or something, he eventually, his lungs explode.
Yeah, you have to disguise yourself as this...
It was a really... That's why it took since May to put out this episode.
You have to disguise yourself as the Surgeon General, and you have to give advice that smoking is actually really healthy.
Yes, exactly. That's really... honestly, like, not even that far out of the realm of possibility for, the Hitman,
just
but...
have it display on his... Yeah, he's got an oxy... Yeah, that's... See,
and you were saying poisonous book, but,
I mean, honestly, that seems like... So all you did was increase the pressure.
I mean, just like I did in the last episode. It's all about throwing people off of edges, increasing pressure, and then also,
Yeah.
Whatever else I did, smoking.
Yeah.
The three methods of assassination works every time.
What were you smoking when you decided on this method of assassination?
I was smoking. It's kind of hard to assassinate him any other way.
Oh.
So we got to do this stupid story mission. I'm sorry, everybody. That's right. It's happening again. I can't overwrite the clown. That has to be maintained for all time, for posterity.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the real world, that actually happened. A clown killed hundreds of people. It was called The Joker, and it was a documentary about the Joker.
It was a documentary filmed in real time.
Mm-hmm. But Joker, you can't just...
I'm the Joker, baby.
But Joker, you can't just assassinate all
I'm
the
the
other
baby
people.
Joker.
But Doctor, I am the clown.
Anyway, and then place where I got the robe. This is the basement here, which I mean, has a key for that one house, but also like a brain in a jar.
Brain in a jar, yeah, classic.
A brain in a jar.
That makes sense. It's the suburbs, yeah, probably like a brain from a critter or something that they hunted.
I mean, it's certainly not a very large brain. Mm-hmm. Yes, there's also over here. Well, just a bunch of stuff, but also more specifically, here's a cremation oven. So
Yeah, so this is definitely like a serial killer's basement, but they might be a serial killer of animals.
I mean, I would say more like a rival,
or a
assassin.
mortician, or like a whatever embalmer, or what is it? The
You know, one of those casual hobbyist.
yeah,
embalmers.
hobbyist taxidermist.
Well, anyway, it's I guess the muffins are like drugged or something. I don't know. Whatever. Look, let's just get on with the thing here. We're just kind of killing time while Janus is kind of doing his whole.
How are you
thing.
planning to kill Nolan?
How indeed am I planning to kill Nolan? I mean, well, there's a few different ways that I think you could possibly do it. One of the ways that I was looking at, also I'm just going to steal all these.
That's kind of rude.
Well, Hitman, baby. They can't do anything about it because, again, that's outside. This is Hitman. It's outside the scope to stop me from just taking things. Because, again, it's like Hitman cannot exist in the real
You're kind
world.
of a muffin man for this mission.
And so now I will place this blueberry muffin down right here.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Now, you say that, but then I flip this coin right into the corner, which forces everybody to look the other direction so that I have enough time to poison this.
That's so ridiculous. Oh, my God.
Every time. I feel like I'm doing this in every single episode at this point in time where it's just like, hey, look it over there.
You can't. You have to throw a coin so you can poison the mushroom that you already have on your possession.
I mean, I have like 8 more, to be fair, too.
Well, those are for later. Those are for you.
They are drugged. They are super drugged.
Yeah,
though.
of course.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Man, like...
Let's...
Anyway, oh, hey, what's going on over there in the picture-in-picture?
Oh. Did he get the oxygen?
Yeah, that was
okay,
the entire thing.
Feels like an easy way out for a man.
I missed the picture-in-picture. Yep, so...
Yeah, also the empty room, it's just like you get more lore based on that too, which unfortunately kind of sort of interrupts the cool picture-in-picture stuff that's going on here. Well, whatever.
Police report mentions they found him.
Look, I'm trying to speed run lore percentage of Whittleton Creek. You
Yeah,
understand?
of course. We need to know everything about this city.
Severe
Or this little
allergic
town.
reaction.
I mean, so like, yeah,
Or
but,
this
like
more of an individual suburb.
and we know a lot of these houses aren't even real, as we've already established.
You know, I'd argue that none of them are real because it's in the context of a video game. But
tell me more about this concept that you call fiction. You were trying to explain this to me earlier, but I didn't quite
sometimes
understand.
we tell stories about things that happened, and those are valuable because it tells us what happened.
Yes,
But
I know.
sometimes we tell stories about things that didn't happen, or could have happened, or might happen in the future, or may never have happened.
But wouldn't that be lying?
Not if you do so with the express intention of fooling your audience.
You telling me the IOI Interactive was they lied
This,
to me?
none of this is actually happening. It's all a fictional.
But I've been telling Hitman what to do the entire time. Wait, is that what
That's
fiction
exactly
is?
what fiction is. You hit the nail on the head.
No.
So this suburb doesn't even really exist. It's just that man.
But I know what a Vermont is.
Do you? Are you sure? Are you sure Vermont is a real place?
Wait a second. Yeah.
Think about it. Isn't it a little convenient?
No,
It's
not. But it's the Green
the
Mountains.
Green Mountains. Doesn't that sound a little bit like those young adult fantasy novels that I'm always reading?
Yeah, you're always reading those. I know. Wait, or are you?
Am I? It's like, yeah, I recently have been reading the series, so yeah. I mean, it does kind of like, oh, the Green Mountains. That sounds like something, and it's like, oh, it's French. It's Vermont. Yeah, we all know that language French that's real, right?
Not suspicious at all.
Exactly.
By the way.
It has the same word order as English.
Well, okay, this guy kind of is.
Wait,
Yeah. Oh no, he just sensed a muffin in
is
his
that?
vicinity.
Yeah, he's looking at you with this robe from this order that you know
Yeah, he's just like, he's looking me up and down, and he's just like, wait a second.
That
There's a muffin
actually
somewhere
is
around
more absurd than going through Mumbai dressed as a clown. Because, like, okay, it's a street entertainer. Whatever. That's not inherently suspicious. But you're walking with these ropes. This guy is the bodyguard of Janice. How would he not recognize you?
That's the only way people can eat a muffin.
Well, he's so... Now, you've already poisoned the mushroom, right? Like, he's...
Oh, yeah. Well, I did the whole coin thing.
Yeah, of course. You did the coin thing to poison the mushroom on the plate, and then you picked it up and re-poisoned him. Is that right?
I'm not going to lie. In some of the test runs, I did have to do it multiple times. And it works every time.
Yeah.
He never learns that he should stop eating that muffin.
It's kind of like... It's kind of weird because in a way that's the perfect suburban crime. You know.
I demand you remove it immediately from my
That's what?
Yeah. No one would suspect it.
Make sure you do.
Will you just finish up your phone call already?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, now I can get back to this muffin.
No, he's not going to eat the muffin. He doesn't like muffins. He's too serious of a guy. Probably thinks they're distasteful or something. Only it's gruel.
Or that they're bad for his health, you know.
You know what else is bad for your health?
Getting choked with a...
Having a hitman clearly follow you around. But
choke him with
also, it's just like... No story kill for this one, baby. That one person who told me to stop doing story kills is certainly happy right
Both
now.
targets are confirmed killed.
Yep.
No, nobody
Into
saw
the
that.
cooler.
Into the cooler you go.
What if the cooler preserves him, though? Have you considered that?
Into the self-closing coffin.
Yeah.
Anyway, baby, that's how you do it.
Wow.
Easy as that. You just exploit the enemy's AI to just
Wait. So
degree.
investigating distraction. So, what was that picture-in-picture thing? Like you've already.
I don't know. I was actually curious myself, which is why I started to run back just to be like, what does this guy do? Oh, he went back to eat the muffin again. He apparently didn't finish it.
That's really funny.
I forgot about that. It's like, oh, damn, that muffin was good, but I also started vomiting halfway through. But damn, man, there's still half a muffin here. Anyway, that covers. Anyway, let's get out of here. Suburban Hitman has been canceled to be replaced by 10 more seasons of Big Man.
Or City Hitman. What about City Hitman? What if we had a hitman in a city?
No, I refuse. I told you, it's called The
yeah.
Americans.
Well, that takes place in the suburb, but it was called City Hitman. You're right.
Right, exactly. What?
Yeah, the City Hitman. Sometimes called The Americans. Wrongly, actually. That's just a subtitle.
Yeah, they actually say...
What We Do in the Suburbs is the full title.
What? Yes. Silent Assassin times 12. Check that out. Wait, this is only like mission...
You were
10.
12 times more assassin. You're 12 times more silent than any assassin has ever been. There was you were
yeah,
negative
that makes sense.
120 decibels.
The Ark Society. One of Providence's more obscure outfits.
I've heard whispers. A survivalist club for the global elite. Billionaires preparing for a global collapse. And now we know the Constant will attend their next gathering. So where is it?
That's the catch. The report is redacted. No names, no location.
So it's a dead end. I can't track them, not without ICA backup.
Now, I'm no big shot analyst, but it seems to me Janus was the Ark Society's founder, so chances are they'll want to pay their respects in private.
Track the coffin. Worth a shot.
You all right?
It comes back in flashes. Fear, anger, but like it happened to someone else.
Your gift and your curse. What they did to you. Well, I spent a long time feeling guilty about that. Now, I wonder who got the better deal.
Yes, found something.
What are we looking at?
The ass end of nowhere. But this is where Janus's remains were shipped to. Our choice for a final resting place, wouldn't you say?
Not bad. So we stake it out. Await the next gathering. Then we waltz in and kidnap one of the world's most powerful men. Without ICA backup.
Like I said, it's a long shot.
We'll take it.
How did you not see this coming? My God, we came this close. The old man could have buried us all. Our families.
Do you think you feel more betrayed than I do? Get some perspective, please. Janus is dead. Lucas Gray is about to join him.
And a cornered animal is twice as dangerous.
Let's be perfectly clear. We were not exposed. The threat is neutralized. We are back on track.
Even so, from this point on, we expect you to take...
No. There is no way I'm doing that. How can you question my loyalty?
In case treachery is contagious.
Do you really want to do this to me?
Is there a problem, Secretary?
No problem whatsoever, Madam. Here's to loyalty.
My man on the island confirms that the Constant has arrived. We head out at sundown. Here, in case the crew get ideas.
Why are you doing this, Mr. Gray? You had a chance to walk away. Why didn't you?
A year ago, I'm working security for this banker, Cobb, only to find out he's a Providence operative. I'd been running for decades, only to wind up where I started. We've all got barcodes on the back of our heads. Most people just never notice. 47 told me about your parents. How did they die?
Car bomb. Surrey, 1989. Company named Blue Seed didn't care to pay for their mistakes. But I like to think no one's untouchable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You feel it, don't you? Unlike him, you feel it all. Everything you've done.
It's a dangerous thing. Having a conscience.